Santa Barbara. Morgan?
Joseph Bottoms, known as Kirk Cranston Lee to Santa Barbara fans, comes from an acting family. Oddly enough, Joseph was born in Santa Barbara. John Allen Nelson plays the grandson of Dame Judith Anderson on Santa Barbara. He appeared in the soap The Edge of Night before joining the Santa Barbara cast. Todd McKee plays Ted Capwell. Todd worked his way through college dreaming up a discount coupon booklet for local residents. He ended up making $7,000 in 3 months. Carrie Sherman plays Amy Perkins, who's pregnant and unmarried. The daughter of actress Peggy Ryan, Carrie has appeared in such feature films as 48 Hours, Cannery Row, and 1941. Marcy Walker appears as the flamboyant Eden Capwell on Santa Barbara. Marcy did what very few actors are willing to do. After 3 years on All My Children, she left because she felt she needed a change. Robin Wright plays Kelly Capwell. She almost missed her chance to be in Santa Barbara. She was ready to leave for Hawaii when she got the call, so she postponed her trip for 2 days, and she hasn't made it there yet. The team from Santa Barbara, the early leader today, will have to see if they can hold on.
Number 3 from Santa Barbara, swimming first, John Allen Nelson. Swimming second, Marcy Walker. Third, it'll be Carrie Sherman. And swimming anchor, the captain, Joseph Bottoms. Bruce, Morgan, how do you see it?
Well, I see the Santa Barbara team as the favorite as usual.
Yeah, I think the popular vote would go to the Insiders Miss Universe team, though.
All right, we'll know soon. They're underway. John Allen Nelson, Steve Shaw, and Gail Strickland. And that's John Allen Nelson taking the early lead. Gail Strickland, Steve Shaw right now very even for second place.
But look at Gail Strickland at the top of your screen, swimming very well.
She's making a very strong showing for the Insiders Miss Universe team, and she's a lady against these 2 guys.
I like that. John Allen Nelson has the lead, but mentioned Gail Strickland doing very well for her team. Into the first leg now. Marcy Walker enters the water. Gail Strickland and Steve Shaw just finishing their first leg. And the Insiders Miss Universe team still holding on to second by a slight margin.
Look at the showing these ladies are making today. Can you believe that?
That's Karen Baldwin in the water for Insiders Miss Universe. Tanya Crow for Knots Landing.
And Karen swam a great leg.
Final leg, Joseph Bottoms into the water also.
This is going to be tough, but Joe Bottoms, we know, can really swim. He won the sprint, and he's going up against Nick Campbell.
This one is going to be extremely close between Joseph Bottoms and Nicholas Campbell. Campbell has a slight lead, but Joseph Bottoms is coming hard at him right now. They've got about 15 yards to go. Look at Joseph Bottoms, and he has passed Nicholas Campbell. It's going to be Joseph Bottoms who will finish ahead of Nicholas Campbell, and a great victory for the Santa Barbara team. One of the best races we have seen here on Star Games. We should point out, actually, that Insiders Miss Universe had 3 women, and the one man, Nicholas Campbell, and he couldn't do what the women did. Joseph Bottoms coming from behind to catch him in the final 15 yards. A tremendous victory for Bottoms and for the Santa Barbara team. And
All right, Santa Barbara team, come on in here. Is this sort of what we're going to have to watch all day long? You guys out in the league?
We've been training for like maybe 2.5 weeks or so.
2.5 days? That's double everything.
I came in today.
One day.
Soap operas, quick study.
Actually, it was a very close race. Did you expect it to be that close?
No, we didn't. I thought we were just going to hit
because of me.
I thought we were going to clean it up. That's all right, Marcy.
You kept it a close race.
Well, see, that's our strategy, you know?
Yeah,
Come out.
in there,
The last thing we had to say was, touch the wall! Touch the wall!
I touched something. I thought it was the wall. It was like the beaded.
Well, you touched the wall and you got first place out of it, 2 first place in a row. I mean, the team is off and running.
Thank you.
So the Santa Barbara team on a roll, but good performances by the Insiders Miss Universe team to keep them close in that race. The ladies, especially Karen Baldwin in the second leg, very much holding their own. So a look at the scores after 2 events. Santa Barbara's Ted Capwell, Todd McKee. Lane 4, Knots Landing's Harry Fisher, Joe Rigobuto. Swimming in lane 5, the Insiders, Nick Fox, Nicholas Campbell. And in lane 6, Santa Barbara's Kirk Cranston Lee, Joseph Bottoms. Bruce, how do you like this one?
Well, I'd say the guys from Santa Barbara are going to be pretty good, but you never know. We've seen it in past Star Game shows. There may be some sleepers in here.
Everybody taking their time getting set here. This is the first event of the day, and the crowd just now getting settled in its seats. Athletes not quite yet in the flow of competition. Everybody up on the blocks now. Winning the starting gun. And a bad start. Todd McKee still standing on the blocks. Meanwhile, Joseph Bottoms over in lane 6 in the lead. Nicholas Campbell fairly close to him, but it's Joseph Bottoms swimming very smoothly nearest the camera. Bottoms is going to win it. Nicholas Campbell gets there second, and I believe Pat Peterson got there for third place. And I'm sure we're going to be hearing from the commissioner about this. Joseph Bottoms seems to be more concerned about Todd McKee than winning the race himself.
I was stretching on, watched him jump. We won in our stretch pool. That was good, man.
And taking another look at that start. Everybody seems set. Todd, though, is just kind of taking an extra minute to prepare himself, and everyone else is off the gun, so it wasn't a bad start, really. Todd wasn't ready, that's all.
Hey, listen, what happened with your teammate back
I
there?
was trying to find out.
Yeah,
Apparently his arms he was still shaking out before they asked the swimmers to be erect.
yeah, because that could have meant first and second place for you guys, right?
Or a tie for first is what I think.
Tie for first, that's great. Well, you got a good start. Santa Barbara's taking off like a shot, and we wish you all the best in the next event.
Thank you, Morgan.
In the center lane from Santa Barbara, rowing the first leg, Kerry Sherman and Joseph Bottoms. And rowing the second leg, John Allen Nelson and Robin Wright.
And that is a lot of pressure for them to be under.
That is a lot of pressure. And they are underway. Santa Barbara takes an early lead. And Santa Barbara rowing very smoothly. Looks like they've done this before.
It looks like they've been practicing, but we know this is the first round, and they really have not had an opportunity to practice at all. Just maybe 15 or 20 minutes before the event started. We'll see how they go around the turn, but very nicely. Look at Joe Bottoms in the back, working very hard, keeping that boat straight.
Terry Austin and Pat Peterson not getting around quite as easily as the Santa Barbara team.
Looks like the Insiders Miss Universe team made a pretty good turn, too.
They got around very well. They're now trying to make their move.
Scales Quickland and Stoney Jackson, they're solidly in second, but Santa Barbara reaching the exchange point first and doing so brilliantly. Robin Wright, John Allen Nelson now into the boat. A very smooth exchange.
A nice exchange by Santa Barbara.
Finish line, Karen and Nicholas now squared away, and they're underway. Knots Landing, Tanya Crow and Joe Regabuto finally on their way. Santa Barbara, though, all the way up at the other end at the turn. Robin Wright, John Allen Nelson getting around very skillfully, and Santa Barbara already is on the way back. Insiders Miss Universe just approaching the turn. Knots Landing just heading out.
Yeah, it looks like it's no contest for Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara's going to win it, and they're going to win it easily. They have a huge lead now, and they will get a most easy victory.
They've done so well in the water, but we go from here, we go over to the track to the running event. It's a whole different ballgame once we get over there.
Santa Barbara wins it. Insiders Miss Universe will come in from Santa Barbara, and they have reason to be proud.
And congratulations to you, really. I mean, you really look very smooth and under control. Absolutely no mistakes. You've obviously had a kayak, and you've been spending months and months training for this.
No, we had a kayak.
This is the story. We bought a kayak. We bought a kayak, and we were going to go practice one night, 2 nights ago, right? So we're cruising down the 405. We've got it tied to the top of the car. It's 9 o'clock, and it's 34 degrees out, freezing, and it blew off in the middle of the freeway.
Rush hour.
Cars ran over it, right? 4 cars.
So that was the end of your kayak.
8 holes in it.
Very good. Good points for the team. You guys got to be tough to beat.
At the College of the Desert in Palm Desert. Now, the women's 50-yard dash is next, and it's scored 50, 25, and 10. With me right now are Tanya Crow of Knots Landing and Marcy Walker of Santa Barbara. And you guys are the favorites here, right? How do you feel about this?
Good.
You really feel about it? Good about it? How about the 50-yard dash? Have you run it before?
Yeah.
You have. How'd you do?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty.
I'm confident.
Good, good. All right. How about you?
Which question?
How about if you run the 50-yard dash before?
Yeah, I have. We've sort of been running it at the park across from the studio just to see how we were doing, and I think we'll do okay.
All right, well, listen, the best of luck to both of you. I'll be watching you from the starting point, and good luck. Okay?
Next to her in lane number 4, Santa Barbara's Eden Capwell, Marcy Walker. Running in lane number 5, the star of her own show, Ocean Quest, Sean Weatherly. And in lane number 6, Santa Barbara's Kelly Campbell, Robin Wright. Morgan, who do you like in this one?
Well, I'd like to say Knots Landing, but the Santa Barbara girls have got the faster practice times.
Robin Wright does not have the most advantageous start lane. She starts at the inside here. It's very tough running alongside the crowd, but she got out very well. That's Robin Wright. On the left of your screen, Gail Strickland will finish second, but Robin Wright wins it easily, and she does so, as you mentioned, from a very disadvantageous starting position. So it's Robin Wright the winner, Gail Strickland was second, and I believe Terry Austin got there for third.
I knew you were going to do it. I knew you were going to do it.
We'll take a second look. Robin with the lead all the way. Really, the race was for second place. Gail Strickland edging out Terry Austin right at the tape. And the results, all three teams sharing the top position.
Robin, don't go way off to share the, the victories. Yes. We had exciting. You certainly are. Yeah.
I was shaking. My adrenaline was up. I was ready to go.
Did you believe you would get that scared over just a little foot race?
The Olympics, man.
This is the big one.
Remember? Come on.
I got excited.
All right. I'm still thinking. Woo!
Well, congratulations. More points for the Santa Barbara team. On now to the running relay. Now, it's definitely a test of endurance, particularly for the fourth member of the team, because the fourth member has to run a full quarter mile. That's one time around the track. Many times they have to run it wide open at sprint speeds because, well, they're way behind. Well, the points for this event go this way. 100 for winning, 75 for second, and 50 for third. And with only this event and the Apache Relay to go, let me tell you, the points are becoming very, very important.
And in lane number 3 from Santa Barbara, running first, the ladies' 50-yard dash winner, Robin Wright. Running second, Marcy Walker. Running third, John Allen Nelson. And running the anchor position, Todd McKee.
On that 440.
I think he'll be fresh, and they are underway. Left to right, Robin Wright, Gail Strickland, and Steve Shaw. And Steve Shaw starting to pull away now. But remember, he, of course, is the only man running against two women here, so positioning is going to be very important in this race. And Steve Shaw will pass off to Tanya Crow. Oh, but she forgot to take the baton with her. That will cost the Knots Landing team. Meanwhile, Santa Barbara's Marcy Walker, the Insiders Miss Universe Sean Weatherly, well underway in their second lane.
And now Sean Weatherly making a nice move for the lead. It's going to be a dead heat coming into the 220 lane.
Carlos Parkin now running his leg for Insiders Miss Universe, and he is being chased right now by John Allen Nelson.
This should be a very good leg. It's going to be very close. Two good competitive runners.
They come to the final turn now. It's going to see who's got something left in the tank. Carlos Parkin, and neither man is backing off. It's Parkin and Nelson going to be very close.
All right, the all-important 440 leg. It is going to come down to sheer guts on this one. Stoney Jackson out in front, and Todd McKee running right behind him. I don't know. Stoney looks like he's in very good shape.
But Todd McKee, remember, very fresh. And finally, it'll be Pat Peterson getting underway for Knots Landing, but they have no chance. The race is right here. And here comes Todd McKee coming up on Stoney Jackson. Jackson laboring, McKee looking very strong, Bruce.
I don't know. He's going off awfully hard in this first 220. I don't know if he's going to have enough left to be able to hold him up. There is a dead heat going down the backstretch. As they go into that final turn, now Todd should try to make his move. There it is, to the inside of the track. And so he doesn't have to run in that outside lane. But Todd McKee with a great leg. He's starting to tire quite a bit, but also Stoney Jackson is starting to tire. Todd McKee out in the lead for Santa Barbara. It looks like Stoney has given up a great leg for Santa Barbara.
And Todd McKee just digging down a little bit deeper than Stoney Jackson. He crosses the finish line in first place, falls down, but I assure you that's a very happy spill that he just took. And finally, way back up the track, Santa Barbara and the Insiders Miss Universe will move on to the next round, and we'll still have the Apache just to see who finishes first and second. Let's take another look at that race. Here's where it was won for Todd McKee. He came right up on Stoney Jackson's shoulder, and it just didn't look like Jackson had anything left. He made him run right here, and when Jackson was asked to run, he
The girls gave him, you know, a nice little lead right there, and then the 200 went down, or 220 went down a little bit, but Todd, great performance. You got to be dying.
It's up to you, man.
Yeah, shake your head on that one any day.
Oh, okay, we've been saving him. We've been saving this guy. Bring him on you at the last minute.
I don't know. This might just be it for me today.
Very nice. It was a real good competitive race. A lot of fun. You guys pulled out the victory. More points.
This guy, man.
This guy, they're amazing.
Good job, Todd.
Well, the competitors have now moved to their designated areas. Let's us go to the starting line. Left to right, Todd McKee, Terry Austin, and Nick Campbell. Everyone now heads for the beam. They all get across that. Now it's through the tires. Todd McKee a slight lead. That's Robin Ginsburg in the middle. Karen Baldwin in the far lane starting there. 20 jumps now with a rope. Karen Baldwin doing very well, and it looks like she'll finish first. She does. Gail Strickland now into the sprint. Santa Barbara's Robin Wright close behind. That's landing his third.
Here's the toughest part of the Apache relay, going through that bicycle slalom when you have a competitive race and not knocking over one of the cones.
And I think Carlos Parkin did hit one of the cones at 3 additional seconds. So now we will just wait and see. There's the cone. And Carlos Parkin just got too close to the one before he knocked the pylon over. The result of all of it, a 3-second penalty and second place money. And Bruce is with the winners.
All right, the Santa Barbara team. Congratulations. With the penalty points, you guys win the Apache relay too.
Really?
With the penalty points, yes. Can you believe that? With the penalty points, unfortunately, they have some penalties on the other team, and you guys. So yes, and how can you do this? Not only that, and you do win the overall competition.
Well, the outcome not exactly a surprise, considering Santa Barbara's performance.